Greetings and salutations, my name is JW608. Today I am playing StarMade, and you might notice that there ain't no frigate here. That is incredibly, absolutely correct. I want to work on the armor for the frigate, so I want to test a few things before we actually work on it. So what we got here? We have a little weapons testing platform and a station for targeting. What I have on the frigate is I have a space between my the top of my ship to the squishy stuff where I want to put the armor, and that top plate is 5 blocks deep. So I would like to simulate that, and oh no, not that, that's advanced. Standard. And let's see. Oh, we will use blue to simulate the squishy stuff. And I'm just gonna fill all these blocks with stuff and shoot them to see where I get the biggest bang for my buck. First of all, I'm just gonna do straight blocks. Now, theoretically, this one should outperform the others. This has a total armor of somewhere between around 82, 26, and 4. So that's calculating the armor this way, but this block is going to have more HP. Why is that? That's because the way Quickfire handles armor, standard blocks have more HP but less armor. Advanced blocks have more armor but less HP. And basic blocks, basic armor has, what they call, yeah, basic armor, which are hull, have no armor and middling HP. They got less than, oh, they got pretty good HP, I think. Anyway, irrelevant. But they're good at absorbing blast. So, that's why we're going to shoot a few of them today. And what I have here is a 50 module gun. So, it's not the most powerful thing on Earth, but it still should provide me with the results I want. So we're just going to shoot. Shoot. And shoot. So what did we see from that? You see that a 50 won't penetrate any armor. Okay, so let's rectify that. Make it 150. 150, 150, and 150. So basically, just the straight armor is going to tear through it and rip through my basic. Looks like 150 is where we're going to go, because that will poke a hole in... Oh no, they're probably going to up it greater, aren't we? This one discolors the block, and this one does diddly squat because it couldn't overcome the armor. But the downside to this, because you're going to say, well, just fill it with advanced. It's expensive and heavy. So, I was wondering if there was another option. If we could do some sort of hybrid, because also, where are we? 8. There's a lava missile at it. Does that actually... that pokes a hole, that pokes a hole, that pokes a hole. I mean, why does the missile poke holes in everything? That's because missiles are heat damage. Heat damage does not care about armor. So missiles will punch clean through my standard, whereas this will stop beam and other. So I want a combination of these basic to absorb blast damage. See, this is going to get very complicated very quickly. Now, I could do some sort of laminate armor that is a layer of advanced, a layer of standard, a couple advanced, then a few basic. But I wanted to try something else too. Actually, I can't remember what axis I'm supposed to build on because this station set's a little funny. But what if we did something like this? A checker pattern. Just out of pure curiosity, would this have any sort of, or make any sort of difference? A checkered, standard, and basic. Selection. There, I'm going to paste it a couple times because that should line up pretty good. Alright. And turn off paste, turn off height, and that wasn't height, that was width. But whatever. We're going to copy this selection and we're going to save this as a trigger block. And caps lock is on. Alright. Out of just pure curiosity, does this actually do much of anything? That punches clean through. Or didn't punch clean through because it stopped somewhere, but... Alright, so let's extend our system just a little. Come on, go. Why is it not putting blocks there? That's because it doesn't load properly. After you get a certain distance, it gets cranky. So let's find something that'll actually punch a hole in something like this. Ah, there we go. 250 blocks. Punch a hole in straight armor. So now let's try... Ah. What about the block beside it? Huh. I wonder if that was weakened by a blast or something. Alright. Hit C, line me back up with galactic north so I can line up these shots more accurately. But my idea of like a checkered pattern or suspending these blocks interwoven like that is cut down on weight, space, not space, it's the same space, but weight and cost. Oh, good grief. Just link that up with a beam so we can just shoot the thing. There we go, finally. That still didn't do anything. So that went 1, 2, 3, 4 deep and up a little. And that one went 1, 2, 3. Well, that one kitty wampus. I also would like to know how air gaps work. That one did 2 and looks like curved up. This one did 2. Huh. So, if I'm seeing this right, I'm not seeing a substantial difference in the penetration damage between the checkered and the just straight block of standard armor. I'm in the wrong vessel. I'm trying to paste my checker thing on the testing platform. I don't want to do that. So let's get some clean here. Standard armor 5x5 by 6. There we go. Alright, now let's hop back in here and F1, F8. Now that we finally have a weapon that I can really test with, we're going to shoot, make sure we're centered so the shot goes straight. That's why I'm trying to line everything to galactic north. over this corner spot right here. So, did this do... Fried that one, that one, and did damage. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It almost looks like there's no difference penetration-wise. Oh, that's offset one. I was wondering, what on earth's going on? It didn't go deeper. I counted them. This one's offset back one. Alright. So, if I wanted just to do straight armor, this looks like the way to go. The checkerding. But, oh, let's try another one. Let's see. I'm gonna 5 by 5. And let's say we're not on that vessel, or rather on this one. What happens if we just leave out the basic altogether? Not a 6, but 5. There we go. And we paste. But you're leaving out the basic altogether. I am. Hold on. Remove, replace, pick with camera. Remove mode, which just changes the shape of the cursor. Alright. And 8. Now we'll shoot the corner of this and see if it does much different. One, 2, 3, and damage the third block. Ah. But, ooh, this also allowed blasts to go in that way more. Ah, so I do want it filled. So I have stuff absorbing, so baffling the chamber like this is not a great idea. What do you mean? Well, the explosion hit, then it did damage to the surrounding blocks. It went same amount of penetration, but it's radial damage? Its splash damage goes 3 layers over. This one only goes 2 layers over. And for the cost of basic armor, I think it's fine to have it blood. But what if we do this a little smarter and combine techniques? Like we did, clear that so I didn't do anything dumb. Well, you get off the ship. And we paste. Oh, we'll paste right here. And let's see, take out that, no. Out that dimension. Take out dimension X. And we add a couple layers of advanced and behind the standard. So it's still 5, well, with the 1 plus the 1. Now this is going to be a lot of armor. Goes clean through it. How did that go clean through? But stop 2 there. How on earth did that happen? Well, that's interesting. I was not anticipating that. That doesn't do squat. The solid chunk of standard doesn't do much. Huh. That shot looks like it went sideways. Well, that's interesting. I was not expecting that. Looks like this baffling, at least for penetrating shots, does better that way. We hit it with a missile. These blocks absorbed the missile blast pretty good. Huh. That's interesting. Why did it shred this so bad? Huh. Because that should have been even more protected against it. Instead, it's just gone. Huh. In fact, standard with 2 blocks of basic are doing better against this shot than standard with 2 layers of advanced. So, is it doing like heat damage or something? No? Okay. This is very strange. Well, it looks like a solid chunk of advanced is stopping it. Also looks like it's deflecting and going that way. Wonder if it's some sort of has to do with the deflection of the shot. So that looks like it's deflecting. On the only reason I say that is because it went it this way and looks like it shot out the side. Okay, I am completely and totally baffled and dumbfounded and befuddled. Not quite flabbergasted, but why did this stop the blast better than what's left of this? Okay, this is going to require more thought, isn't it? Or I could just throw blocks on the frigate and see what happens. Anyway, I don't know what to make of this. I need to stop and think. Anywho, I've been JW608. This has been StarMade. I'll do you cats later.